When I first discovered the joy of creating was my mother recounted to me how I drew a portrait of her when I believe I was in kindergarten. Encouraged her to help me draw more. After working professionally as a digital designer, I kind of lost the joy of creating. So having kind of a why behind why I create was sort of a rediscovery, I'd say.
I discovered the joy of creating. I think my first memories are of doing Brambly Hedge. It's a children's book about mice who live underground. They illustrate in great detail the rooms that they live in, their storerooms and their bedrooms and things. So I remember drawing those, like my own creations of them, a lot as a kid.
What it means for me to be a believer and to be a faithful artist is sort of a learning process for me. Every day I wake up and kind of grow into sort of a deeper relationship with God. I feel that I'm called to create, to be a blessing on others. And part of that stems from my trip bicycling across the US, and I found myself in the middle of Texas, about 50 miles from the next town, and this person that was going the opposite direction, he was on a bicycle trip himself. He offered me enough water to make it to the next town. Influences what it means for me to create, sort of have the art be sort of this living water that I share.
What I create is usually whimsical and fun, and I think brings joy and peace to people. And most of what I do right now is servant art. So I am making things for my family, for my kids. It's very practical. How do I make this space more beautiful? How do I do this craft with my kids?
What God is teaching me through my creative process, it's not so much about the process, but what He desires is relationship with Him. A set aside time where I'm intentionally saying this is the time that I'm spending with God.
So what is God teaching me through my creative process right now? And it's selflessness. My family's home burned in a fire this past fall, and so what I'm doing right now is I am scanning and cataloging the photos that we were able to save from the fire, and through that I'm learning about my family, and I'm hoping to use some of these pictures in creative collage that I hope to put together. So our space here, we've lived here for almost 6 years. We bought this house when we first got married. This attic has always been our studio, but how we share it has evolved. Dae works here, so it has to be a very private place for during the day, and then I also work here, so it has to be organized.
Our space, I think, it really helped us think about what it means to share. And I think it makes a big deal in terms of saying that you're intentionally gonna, even if it's a small space, even if you don't even have space. Like right now, my work is a sketch pad and a portable watercolor kit, and so it's okay. I have like 15 minutes I can sketch or something like that, and so it's like, what could I create in the time that I have? We decided to create a mission statement that really is about our family-focused creative work that helps us to be connected with a narrative that is meaningful but also engaged with the community.
So the project we worked on last year was to do the mural that is on the side of our rental property. And so we did that because it was our family mission, was to create something that would be a restorative piece of art for the community.
It helps us appreciate the time to create as well, and it doesn't matter how little space or how time you have. We are Dae and Ellen Kim.
This is our space.
We are
Poiema Visual Arts.